No one talks about divorcing a good guy. I've been divorced twice, both of which were my decision, and neither one of them were abusing me or cheating on me.
The reason why men have an issue with the message that women should not feel bad or feel guilty for initiating a divorce with a good man and following through with that divorce is because men want to know that they can do all of the right things and be a good man and rely on the fact that that woman has married them because they love them for who they are as a person and not just the things that they're doing for them. They want to be able to rely on that. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a bonus episode. I had to do this video. I had to jump on here quickly. This is going to be maybe fairly raw and uncut because I just want to get it out there. I want to say what I have to say about what I think is so problematic about divorcing the good guy. This is a topic that even if you are in your 20s, you're single, you're not looking to get married anytime soon in the next 10 or 20 years, this topic is still concerning for all men because men have more to lose when it comes to marriage and then divorce. And a lot of men, honestly, are not looking to marry anymore because of this. And a huge part of it is that combination of they have a lot to lose and they see women treating marriage and divorce way too lightly. Because I'm sorry, but when you hear women say, I got divorced because I just wasn't happy, it just seems so lighthearted, like it's not a heavy decision to make. And when we see videos and content that support that, look, it's concerning. I just ran across this content creator. It's actually not the first time that I've seen a video by her, but she put out this video about how she basically believes that any woman is justified in divorcing the good guy. And then she lists like some sensible reasons why you would have conflict in a relationship, but she twisted into the fact that she is saying that that is reasonable reasons to divorce somebody. So I'm just gonna jump into this video, you guys, and pause it and react to it. Let me know, as always, in the comments if you agree or disagree or what just your general thoughts are. Without further ado, let's watch the video.
No one talks about divorcing a good guy. I've been divorced twice, both of which were my decision, and neither one of them were abusing me or cheating on me. That doesn't mean there wasn't a pile of other reasons as to why we couldn't maintain a healthy relationship.
Look, there should be still some amount of shame involved with divorce because you say vows. Like, there should be kind of a big reason why you're divorcing somebody and breaking those vows. You might be ending things a little too easily at that point, and especially if both times the men have not really done anything that couldn't naturally be worked through, like that. It doesn't sound right.
People get divorced for all kinds of reasons. Maybe you don't agree on how to parent your kids. Maybe you suck at communicating and argue all the time. Maybe you don't agree on money and you have financial issues. Maybe there's no intimacy and you feel like you're living with a roommate. Those are all valid reasons to not want to stay in a relationship.
Those are valid reasons why you have conflict in a relationship. I don't think they're necessarily valid reasons as to why you would end up in a divorce because honestly, I'm a little confused why those things would not come up before you're actually married. I think that this is a symptom of marrying way too quickly. Like, if you don't know those things about the person that you're saying vows to, that's a problem. There should be some amount of compromise that can be met because you love each other and you have worked through all the other things before you've been married.
And if that's you, that doesn't make you a shitty person. You deserve to be happy.
I think that this is the play on women, right? Like, a lot of women want to hear that are already feeling guilty for the decision of divorce because I think that you can make that decision and then you don't see the havoc until after it's too late. I personally felt that guilt, but what I could rely on was the fact that I knew that was the best decision. Whereas women that are divorcing a good man, I don't think they have that to fall back on. They're questioning it, they're seeing the havoc, and then they're like, holy cow, what did I do? I think they realize that the grass is not greener. They're probably already dating and they're seeing how terrible that is. And I think there's a level of regret that probably occurs, especially when they see their ex potentially thriving and doing well or happy, and they're like moving on, which if they're really healthy, good men, like they're probably being grabbed up. Or, he's just not dating and he's doing his own thing and he's working and he's being more successful than ever. And I think even then, if women are watching that, they're experiencing a level of regret.
And I'm proud of you for taking responsibility for your happiness and doing something about it. So stop beating yourself up for leaving someone you know in your soul wasn't your person.
I think that's questionable. Okay, so I think it's questionable because you knew that they were the one for you in your soul before you married them, hopefully. So what has changed? Yeah, you should not be with somebody that in your soul you didn't want to be married to, but then I'm questioning why you made that decision in the first place and what has changed. If you've gone through it twice and you've divorced a good man, that's a sign that one, you were not truly in love with that man for who he was as a person, and maybe you married him for what he could provide. You married him for the wrong reasons, and then that's not enough to sustain a true marriage that requires a lot of emotional connection. It's just going to fall apart at some point. Or two, you're just terrible at communicating your own wants and needs, and this is the easy way out. You're not able to work through these things, and you're not like a long-time relationship person. You probably should not get married in the first place, and you probably should not get married a third or fourth or fifth time, because you are just hanging on to that honeymoon stage. And as soon as that goes away, like, you think that something's wrong and you get bored and then you're not happy and you want to leave. And that in general is just really disheartening for men to hear. The reason why men have an issue with the message that women should not feel bad or feel guilty for initiating a divorce with a good man and following through with that divorce is because men want to know that they can do all of the right things and be a good man and rely on the fact that that woman has married them because they love them for who they are as a person and not just the things that they're doing for them. They want to be able to rely on that as solidifying the relationship. Like, not only that, but the fact that you said words that you vowed to be with them forever. And this message just goes completely against that. This message is that if you have conflict, that you don't need to work it out and you shouldn't feel guilty for not working it out, that you should just divorce them and put your happiness first. And let's not even talk about the children or the family that's involved. Hopefully, most women that have been through divorce recognize that it is not something that should be taken lightly, because they've seen the effects and they've seen the impact on their children, especially if there's children between them. And even if there's no children, I would argue that there is an impact on that woman's mentality when it comes to marriage. And I think that that plays into those increased divorce rates for like every marriage after, for that second marriage, for the third marriage, because people's mentality surrounding marriage changes. If you can do it one time, where nothing major happened, he didn't cheat on you, he didn't kill anybody, he didn't gamble all your money away. If there was nothing major that occurred within that first divorce and he was a good man and you just didn't work it out, you couldn't find compromise, I think that it really plays into the fact that it's easy to play that same reasoning into the second one when, again, nothing major has happened. He's a good man, but you're just not happy. Like, look inward. There's a common denominator there, and it's probably you. There's something going on that's causing you to want to just cut and run. And it could be argued, maybe it's the men that you're choosing. Maybe you're not really with them for the right reasons. Maybe you don't really deeply love them, and you need to look into what you're doing in the dating stages to create that. Maybe you are addicted to the honeymoon stage and you just want to progress that relationship, and then bam, once you're at the top, you're married, you have children, it gets boring. It gets boring because he's a good man and that's how it should be, but you want to just cut and run because you're not happy. But I'm interested to know what you guys think. If you've been through it, if you're a good man that did not really do anything to really call for a divorce and your ex initiated it, let us know in the comments. I would be curious to hear your stories. Or if you're just somebody that doesn't want to get married because of what you hear from other men, also leave that comment down below.